Hopefully everyone can hear me. This is a bit of an audio test. Hopefully everything sounds good. Going to take off the video for a second. Let me shut down that music. We've got a lot going on this week. In fact, I'm just going to lower down the music. Hopefully my audio is a little bit better this week. I updated some of my software. Let me welcome everybody in. I know it's early still. We got Nutty the Squirrel. She's in early tonight. Welcome in. Skinny Queen Reacts, my friend, Sarah Jane. Yes, everyone, please, if you're enjoying the show, be sure to click that subscribe button. And please click like if you're enjoying the program. Let me take off the starting soon banner. Yep, we are getting started. Oh, and let me always start off with my doctor disclaimer. I am not really a doctor. I jokingly call myself Dr. Phil. I'm not the bald guy on TV either. Different Dr. Phil. You think you need a real doctor? Please go get one. That is my disclaimer. Maybe that'll come up again later. All right, I am good. Oh, that's great to hear, Nutty. Last week we had just a little bit of audio problems. Hey, Kidney J. Oh, so good to see you, Kidney J. I know she hears this all the time, but you are such a trooper, Kidney J. And it's so cool to see that you're already back on your feet. You know, you're back. You're out of the what was it? You had to use a chair. To be fair, I don't remember exactly what you were using, but I know you're just down to using a cane now. So that's awesome. Kidney J is healing up really well. She's doing, go to her channel, check it out. She could say it much better than me, certainly. Welcome in, Rudy. Welcome in, Hippieista. Good to have you tonight. Welcome in, Oscar Trout. Hopefully you're having a good evening. Oh, it's a cute doggy you got there. Welcome in there again, Nancy. Oh, Nora Lizu Pondu, how are you doing? Oh, and I love your avatar. That's the mother-in-law from Real Housewives. I don't remember which one, but I know who that is. Uh-oh. All right, Hippieista. Well, we'll keep our eyes open, make sure that you're okay. Chantel is actually live right now. I'm going to show a little bit of it, but in my opinion, it's not really that good to watch. It's kind of boring. Like we'll watch it for just a minute, I guess, while some people come in, but then I have some much better content, including how she faked out a channel for 100,000 subs. Oh, Lucille Booth. Okay, never mind then. My mistake. I thought she was from the Real Housewives of Miami. I got her mixed up, or the other one. Cade now. All right, straight up. Now, McKinney J. You know something though? If you did tell me you needed the cane, you look great. You do. I mean, maybe on video it looks a little different, but on the picture you look fantastic. World's worst and best mother. Hey, well, nobody's perfect, right? Got to take the good with the bad. Okay, everybody. So let me introduce you a little bit. What's the topic for tonight? We've got a few topics for tonight. One, we're going to be revisiting my new muse, Glitter and Lasers. Let me tell off this music too. This music just doesn't need to keep staying on. Now we've done the intro. Glitter and Lasers. We're going to be covering a video on her. Oh, welcome in, Hannibal. Yes, please. Thank you, everyone. Please hit that like button if you're enjoying the show. We're going to be covering some of her. I've found a video from allegedly when she, quote, began her health journey, or at least when she started selling her Workout Pal app. This one is in the description. And then we watched the one last time where she was 50 workouts in. This time we have the one where she's 100 workouts in. I'm going to challenge you to show me the difference because I don't really see much difference. And for anybody who wasn't here for the last couple of weeks, I've been covering Glitter and Lasers. So each week I'm kind of assuming you know a little bit more about her. I know some of you folks know more about her than I do, certainly. But for anybody, fashion hauls. You know what, Nora? I don't want to get to, you know what's crazy? I have a feeling like anybody else, if they showed that, like it is just so revealing. Like the way she shows that like she doesn't leave a square inch of her body covered. Like she is just the most revealing clothing. Welcome in, Fiona, as well. She wears the most revealing, tightest, most unflattering clothing possible. I'm just going to watch a few minutes of this Foodie live because, like I said, it didn't really look very interesting. But just in case something interesting pops off, let's see what's going on. She's basically just watching. Because it's not. She's basically, oh, by the way, to introduce, she's basically just watching YM, this guy here, who Hannibal has already debunked very well. There's really nothing much to say about him. If she was doing her own reactions, it would be more interesting. Like I said, I'll give it a minute or two. But if she's just going to sit here and watch this guy, which is what she's been doing the entire time, as far as I can tell, I'm just going to go ahead to the videos because we have some really good videos. We have some great videos this week.
other than me coming on here and raging, like seriously, compared to you, I don't rage. You're the real rage pig. Trust me.
Reggie, the reason why she says that is because there was a person in your stream in your chat that we called
All
out.
right, Nora, we're
that
going to do one
said
for
that
you.
They were willing to lose it all because Foodie
Yeah, bring it on. Then they deleted their channel like a coward. Bring it. I'm not afraid of you. I dare you to come here.
Beauty supposedly talked about their dead children. She didn't provide any receipts to that, but she had it in her head that
And Foodie, and one thing, I'm not going to go back and watch the whole thing, but anybody who did watch some of this, because Foodie's been ranting now for like 3 hours, at least 2 hours straight, watching this various Yo Mama videos and just kind of saying, yeah, that's right, you tell him. She has been smoking the shisha the entire time, which is, it's her right. She's an adult. It's legal. But she's making fun of FFG and her these are her words, her stage 5 emphysema, blood cancer voice and all that. How can you sit there smoking a shisha, mocking somebody else for smoking tobacco? That is just so absurd. It's beyond parody. We'll watch a few more minutes.
Talking about her dead children.
It's so not doing this reaction.
Welcome in, Spooky Muse.
Really shows me like these people are just ridiculous. You know, they can continue.
Welcome
to say
in,
whatever
Rudy.
They want.
Counting to 100.
Out how stupid they are.
If you really want somebody who could benefit from counting to 100, you should go to Yo Mama's channel. I think you could really challenge him with that.
And this will remain my opinion, and I'll continue living my life with my pillows placed how the heck I want them to. And that's it. These people will continue to obsess over stupid things.
Welcome in, Detective Coaches.
Like him not living with me. You're a friggin' moron, and people will eat it up, and that's fine. I don't care. That's
he does, Nutty.
It shows how dumb you all are, really.
And I'm not even gonna get into this because this is just Foodie just really just being aggressive and angry and letting Yo Mama do the talking for her. So I'm not gonna let her. I just wanted to watch a little bit of it just to see what was going on, but this is not anything I'm interested in. Let's go to the videos. We got much better videos. Yeah, right. Because he doesn't have he's got his shoes on. He's gonna struggle a little bit, but whatever. All right, so welcome in, everybody. Like I said, I don't want to get sidetracked on the drama. That's all the drama I'm going to do for tonight. At least all the drama I'm going to participate in. So that's Foodie's idea. She wants to do drama. We're not going to do Foodie drama. Instead, we're going to cover some. I'm not sure what you mean, Detective Coaches. Do you have a link? If you have a link or something, I'll post it. Yeah, just post your link or something. I'm not sure exactly what you mean, but if you have a link, I'll post it. Yeah, and everybody be sure to check out Detective Coaches. I know he's planning to do some kind of a game stream or something, I believe. Yes, Fallen Angel. Welcome in, Fallen Angel. Yeah, it's just her reacting to Yo Mama. And I'm a reactor. Nothing wrong with reacting. But if you're gonna react and you're just reacting to a reactor, it's just, I don't know. At some point it gets kind of lame. Yeah, Foodie is raging. Why is Foodie raging? Let's see what Foodie's been up to. And this is the headline of the night. It's maybe not a great headline, but it's an interesting one. Foodie's 100K fake out. That's right. Foodie is, I guess now she's back at 100K subs. Good for her, I guess. But there was a little controversy how she got there. And I actually got this video, I want to say, from Marley Hendrix. Let me go and to my playlist here where I have it. Give me 1 second here, folks. I pull it up. One second here. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Took a second. Okay. This is from Marley Hendrix. Let me share the link. It's a short video too. This is a really short one, but this is the best one of the night. This is the funniest video I got all night, at least. Or at least the funniest, shortest, quickest one. I've got some other really funny content, but this is going to be the funniest little segment, at least. Okay. This is Foodie's how she got to 100K subs. This is, I don't know what she's done since then. Marley Hendrix does. Thank you very much, Kidney J. Thank you for the thing, for the link. I know that she went back down and now allegedly she's back up. Oh, she's back down below 100K again? I know she's been hovering. Like she went up over, then she went back down. Okay. Oh, welcome in, Mouse Nose. Welcome in. I hope everybody's having a great night, by the way. And welcome into any, she's back at 99. Okay. And welcome into any lurkers and to anybody watching the replay. You're much appreciated. Yes, let's let this is a short video by Marley. Definitely go check out the channel. Okay, so let me just give a little intro here to what's going on. I'll read this aloud since I don't think this is read aloud. I'll do the narration. Mo translates. It's a channel. I don't have a link here handy, but there's only one channel by that name, so you can find it. You just look up Mo translates. She does some translations from Arabic, and apparently Foodie took advantage of an Arabic-speaking streamer, maybe a video channel. I'm not sure, but an Arabic speaking YouTube channel took advantage of them to get herself up to over 100K subs. So she Mo went on Twitter and made these posts. And this woman, Takat, that is the name of the Arabic language streamer, or the Arabic language channel, a woman named Takat. She said, Sister Mariam is getting, she said, excuse me, she was in Chantel's chat. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just let the video run because this is kind of showing the end first. So let's not do it out of order. Let's let it start at the beginning. Oh, no problem, Nirvana. Glad you can make it tonight. Yes, absolutely. God is good. Have a wonderful night. All right, let's enjoy the show and let's let this play a little bit. Okay. Here you go. Everyday Mariam. She posted this in this woman's channel. I believe her again, and her name was Takat. T-A-K-A-T. That's the anglicization or the phoneticization, I guess. The phonetic spelling. That's how you say it in English, Takat. And she, Foodie, put $2 into her chat and wrote in Arabic. A gift from me to you. Thanks, everyone, for welcoming me. Hello, everyone. She wrote that in Arabic. Okay, good.
الله عليكي طب ما كنت خليتيها بالدينار الكويتي.
So Takat, she laughs. She says in Arabic, ah ha ha, you should have done the chat in Kuwaiti dinar. Ha ha ha. Foodie then writes in Arabic, please leave me comments on my videos, and I will do the same for all of you. In Arabic, she writes that. Very nice of her, right? This is getting someplace. Yes. Okay, let me go back to the vid again. So she says,
ليه 800 شخص اللي كان اصبح 100,000. هاتوا الرابط بتاع every day مريم. هاتوا الرابط بتاعها.
Let me pause this so I can remove my face so you can see this a little clearer because I don't want you to miss any of this. Okay. Takat, she's speaking here, so I will let this play. So let me just go back a little bit. This is what she wrote in Arabic. I just need 800 subscribers to reach 100,000. That's all.
ليه 800 شخص اللي كان اصبح 100,000. هاتوا الرابط بتاع every day مريم. هاتوا الرابط بتاعها يا ميدو لو سمحت. ده اقل واجب نعمله معاها طبعا. اقل واجب. هاتوا الرابط بتاعها يا مريم.
So Takat here seems like just a really nice lady. She doesn't seem to really know much of what's going on. She says, "Oh, we got to help Sister Mariam. Why not, right? Got to help our sister. Let's get her those 800 subs. Please, get me the link. One of my mods. Let's help her out. We could pin it to the chat and everyone can subscribe to her, right? Really, really nice of her to do that."
يا ميدو علشان نحط مريم هنا على المثبت وكلكم خشوا عندها يا جماعه.
Channel was pinned. Didn't just post the link. She pinned it. This Takat lady, she's going all in for Sister Mariam. She's obviously just got a good heart. Either that or she really loves to network. But for whatever the reason, she just went all in. But in fairness to Takat, I want to say this before anybody puts any negative saying toward Takat. She knew nothing about Chantel. She knew nothing about her, at least as far as I can tell. Just want to put that out there up front. I don't want to misrepresent this woman.
شايفه طلعت ناصحه. انا فاهمه يا ساره وفاهمه من اول ما دخلت عشان نكمل ال 100,000. ان شاء الله هنكمل لها ال 100,000 باذن الله.
And Takat here is acknowledging. She said, "Yeah, I understood her intentions. She gave us, she wanted to get the subscribers, but you know what? Let's do it for her anyway." Why not, right? It's a good deed to do it. She came in here, she gave $2, she asked respectfully. I'm assuming that's how she means it.
لا تكمل وهي طول ما هي معانا. انا دخلت عندها ست. برافو عليك يا ام يوسف، برافو عليك. يلا يا جماعه كل اللي معايا على مريم، برافو عليك. يلا يا جماعه كل اللي معايا على اختكم مريم. مريم قربت على 100,000، قربت على الدرع، نفسها توصل للدرع. ممكن تخشوا عندها. مريم انا كمان اشتركت عندك يا مريم وفعلت زر الجرس. تمام اوكي.
Let me pause for a second. Let me read through a little bit of chat real quick. That's the fastest Foodie has lost anything, right? Anything that mattered. All right, we're closer to Chin's area. She'd have a blanket party on her ass. That's a good point, Nirvana. Her character really is. Chantel should have realized that as soon as this got caught out, it was going to make her look bad. Yeah. Uncovered basically scamming a channel. Good point, Mouse Toes. Google Translate is not good at a lot of languages. It's very likely she got that from Salah. He knows about how to do that. Little did Takat know. This is like, then she realized she messed up. She effed up. 716, Rudy. Welcome in. Count to 10 if you'd like. We got you here. We can count to 10. All right. So now she says, Mariam, just so you know, I also subscribe to your channel and turned on the notifications so we can stay in touch. Apparently, Takat, I don't know how many subscribers she has, but she must think, hey, this is a English channel, bilingual channel, 100,000 subscribers. Sure, they can probably help me out too, right? She understands how the YouTube thing works. Help her get a couple subs. She'll help her out. Well, is that 100% terms of service? I don't know, but it's not. It is what it is. So that's where we are right now. Takat says, just so you know, I subscribe to your channel.
عشان نبقى مع بعض دايما.
Go back. This is really where it all hinges. So after that exchange where Takat says, hey, Sister Mariam, I just subbed to your channel. I hit the bell. Let's stay in touch. Mo, we're going on Mo's words here, but I haven't heard Chantel dispute any of this. In fact, she's done quite the opposite. She's attempted to distract from it, which is confirmation, in my opinion. It's not total confirmation, but good enough. Mo is saying, Takat is currently in Chantal's chat. Takat said to her, Sister Mariam, I'm getting exposed to a lot of hatred. It's really bad. So many people are reporting my channel just for supporting you. Chantel responded to her by saying, in English, or maybe she said it in Arabic. I don't know. She said, I don't speak Arabic. Yes.
I will tweet highlights of what Takat is saying.
Everyday Mariam wrote earlier, I don't know exactly when this comment was, but she wrote, I can't translate too much. Please leave me comments and I will support you back. But then as soon as she said to her, hey, I'm having some problems. Oh, I can't speak Arabic.
I will tweet highlights of what Takat is saying. She was having a horrible day because...
I'll read this instead of the automated voice. I will tweet highlights. This is Mo Translates Tweets. I'm reading this on behalf of Mo. I don't have Mo's channel, but it is linked on the video that I linked, which I got from Marley Hendricks. So if you go to this Marley Hendricks video, you will get the link to the originals there. So it is all available if you'd like to check for yourself. It says, I will tweet highlights of what Takat is saying. She was getting a lot of hate. She said she was having a horrible day because of Chantal. She said she saw Chantal was live. So she went to let me put up my video also. So she went to Chantal's live. And Takat was so shocked by the massive amount of food that Chantal was eating. That's right. So that was, I guess, the first time that she really got an idea of what Chantal was really about.
Because of Chantal, yes. Chantal, she said she...
Takat was feeling, then the next message, Takat was feeling down yesterday because she supported Mariam and got hate. She said she chose not to go live yesterday just to collect herself and gather her thoughts. This is after Foodie did her big celebration with the 100,000 subs, because I probably should have mentioned that. This worked. This absolutely worked. I don't know. I can't say for sure it was Takat's subscribers that got her over the mark, but it seems awfully coincidental that it occurred, and now they went back down again as soon as Takat withdrew her support. So yeah, it's a little hard to think otherwise. Takat was feeling down yesterday because she got a lot of hate. Said she chose not to go live just to collect herself and gather her thoughts. Takat gave people instructions on how to unsubscribe from Chantal, and people were asking her to tell them how to block her.
She chose not people in
Oops, let me go back.
100,000. So
Takat is saying now that Mariam is not her friend. She doesn't know her. Mariam showed up to her channel last week asking to get her subscriber count up to 100,000. So she tried to help her, and then it turned into a disaster.
she tried to help like people already knew.
Since then, this is basically repeating that, saying that Takat kind of figured out what was going on. Since then, she has told everybody to unsubscribe. Finally, it ends with the best part here. At one point, Takat said an expression in Arabic equivalent to, and well, I'm just going to repeat it. God damn you, Mariam. God damn you. Okay, we got a lot of, let me catch up on some comments here. Oh, thank you, Hippieista. Yes, that is the link. Thank you. That is MoTranslate's site. This video is actually not available on her YouTube page. It's actually from Marley Hendricks, but that is the channel that did the translation. Welcome in, Tucker and Friends. Yeah, YouTube is really, I don't like to complain about YouTube enforcement in general, but yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, they pick and choose how they enforce. They couldn't care less about this kind of stuff. Meanwhile, Skinny Queen gets demonetized for who knows, right? Yeah, nothing she does is halal, indeed. Oh, welcome in, Skinny Queen. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we were just saying how it's unfair how she had, how YouTube seems to pick and choose winners and losers. I do too, Hannibal. Okay. Indeed. She is wild through life, using and abusing everyone she can. Just pick the wrong one here. Yeah, Takat at least, yes, Mouse Toes. This woman here seemed very excited because she thought, at least I presume, she thought that it was a bilingual channel because she spoke in Arabic, but her channel was in English. So she said, oh, well, this Muslim woman here, she must have a bilingual channel. Maybe she could help get me some exposure. I've got a feeling. How do you think this woman Takat is going to feel in the future if she runs across a channel by a Canadian convert? Do you think she's going to take a chance on them next time? Do you think she's going to take a chance on a Canadian convert next time, endorsing them without knowing them? Probably not. Okay, and let's hear what else she had to say. There's only a few moments
Arabic
left.
equivalent to goddamn you, Mariam. Goddamn you.
I can let I'll let the automated voice read it because it sounds much funnier.
Is making sure everyone unsubscribes from Mariam. At one point, Talkit said an expression in Arabic equivalent to goddamn you, Mariam. Goddamn you. Someone in the chat
If Salah was narrating, that's how it would sound. Sound like a
says
robot.
Mariam doesn't he deserve her name, it's too good for her, and Talkit agrees. Talkit says again goddamn you, Mariam. Goddamn you. Curse you, Mariam. Talkit starts chalking.
Starts chalking. Either choking or talking. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be. Choking maybe? Goes to drink water and comes back.
Goes to drink water and comes back and resumes. Goddamn you, Mariam. Curse you.
Okay, well, this really was a positive interaction, right? I think we've really seen that Foodie has made a real name for herself in the Muslim revert community on YouTube, right? Like she is in like bacon on a halal sandwich. Oh, Nancy, you're sweet. Yes, welcome in, everyone. A lot of people have come in now. Welcome in, Mrs. Camps. Speaking of stripping on live stream, now actually did lose her channel for that, but at least in her case, she really did. Like she really did expose herself. So I'm glad she got her channel restricted for that. Welcome in, Camps. Oh, yes, indeed, everybody. Feel free to check that out later. That sounds like that'll be fun. Welcome in, TLR. Oh, that's very. I try to be nice most of the time, but yeah, this was a really rude. The way Foodie did this was really obnoxious, really obnoxious. And then the way she ghosted her completely. She said, "Oh, I can't speak Arabic." Welcome in, Freedom Deep. Skitty. You no problem, Detective Coaches. You're more than welcome. Okay, let's welcome everybody in here. Nancy, I think I welcomed you already, but just in case. And welcome into any lurkers, anybody watching the replay. Okay, so that is the big foodie news. That is the big foodie news. Okay, before we go into, I've got another fun.
A fat upper pubic area.
I've got a funny foodie segment.
Chubby.
But I've also got a glitter and laser
segment. Do you
segment.
have a chubby kitty? Mine's like lopsided.
I had to leave that in. Okay. Okay. So let me pull up another funny video. All right. I know you're kidding. All right. Let me pull up another one. All right. So I'm going to go back to my watch list here. We're going to watch a glitter and lasers video as well, but we're going to watch a little bit more foodie. We're going to watch here's an edited short version of it. I think this will be really funny. This is actually really funny. She's going off on Pete's. This is the other one that was really funny. And I got this one from Just Saying, who's another channel. She's a reactor, but she also does clips. She does a pretty good job with the clips. I really enjoy her clip videos. Let me put up the link for that. Anyway, yes. So Pete's. Well, I'll let the video say it. So yes, Pete's recently kind of outed Foodie about how she's been border hopping to do her visa renewals. Yeah, apparently that's her thing now. All right, let me make sure this is shared properly. All right. Add to the stage.
And yes, I feel proud because I'm having a very bad mental health day. And my leg feels okay today, but my mental health is crap. And I literally was like, let's just order. And every time I get like this, I want to neglect everything in my life.
I can only imagine how fun that's going to be.
So Salah was looking at like Indian restaurants and he was like, okay, let's order. And then whenever I saw the total at the end, I was like, I'm just going to move my ass and make it because like he was craving Indian food.
I will say that respect to you, Hannibal, because you absolutely cover some topics that you make them tolerable where otherwise they would not be. So respect, respect doing that. I couldn't do that with everybody you do it with. Yeah, Pete's came through. Pete spilled the tea, as in girl world they like to say. I'm trying to learn the lingo. Pete spilled that tea. She had to tell with the puffy eyes. She seemed really upset. So it must have been about something else because her reaction seemed disproportionate. He spilled some tea, but it wasn't really that big of a deal. But she got really upset. Let's see what happened.
So I'm like, Indian food. I can make Indian food. So I showered, got out of my rut, made dinner, and I feel very nice.
And the clipping, the popping is it's either on the original or it's on Just Saying's clips because that's I'm hearing that as well.
But there are some things I would like to address.
She's going to address some things.
I would like to have a serious.
Oh, and by the way, just for context, she is eating the most massive bowl of rice here. I'll get we're going to watch a video of that too because we're going to skip through some of this. She got an entire family meal on Kuwait Day. So she went celebrating Kuwait Day. She almost fell walking, but she also put on the ticker here, the brand. Yeah, on Celebrate Kuwait Day. That's why we got the flag here. She ate like the most massive thing of rice, like an absolute family meal.
Serious answer. I would like to know for real. Seriously. Oh, I'll check again, Nicolina. Assalamu alaikum. I would like to know
Very welcome.
From reaction channels that make such a big, or people who follow them. I want to know seriously. I'm not raging. I want to know on a serious con level.
Okay, she's got a con. Hey, Foodie has a real question for all of us here. Everybody, please pay attention. This apparently is a serious question. I don't remember this question, so I'm going to be honest and answer it too. Let's hear it. Everybody ready? Got your thinking caps on so you can really answer it?
Level?
So I hope it's not. I mean, if it's counting to 10, Rudy's got it.
What gives you the right to be invasive and know my visa status? Number one question for you.
Well, what gives us the right to know it? That you always talk about it. How about that? How about you always share it? You're always talking about your visa status and about how your marriage status and about your husband, and you only stopped talking about all that when it became embarrassing for you. You talk about how we're all jealous, and then you describe the things we're jealous of, and then you talk about how you're always traveling. You wouldn't be able to travel without a visa, so you're kind of, talking about it all the time. That's why I think we're entitled to, as you call it, be invasive. Let's see what the chat thinks, though.
For you. Number two, how does this affect your life in any way?
Okay, number two, how does it affect my life in any way? It gives me, it's interesting. It's interesting. And it's interesting to watch because it's like reality TV, but it doesn't actually affect my life in any way. I'll say that. It doesn't affect my life in any way. It's just interesting to watch.
Number three, when did reacting it went from reacting to videos to being invasive in my personal life? I'd like to know that.
I don't think it has. I really don't think it has. The only thing I can think of that would qualify, I can't think of reactors doing anything invasive. The only thing I can think of is I think Marty messed with her mom's car, but that was months ago. And it was really more, and he never considered himself a reactor. He's always called himself a troll. So I'm not aware of anybody interfering in your life itself. Like falsely striking channels, that's interfering in people's lives, Foodie. Why do you do that? If you want to ask about that, but I'm not going to try to turn it around. I'm going to be honest, intellectually honest, to answer your questions. I think those answers were acceptable.
On a serious level, I would like to know that in your next videos, because there's this drama going around that Pete's apparently said some things, probably not realizing that it was a big deal.
Apparently it's a big deal. I should point out that Foodie's actually mentioned herself. She's already snitched on her own self, herself. She already snitched on this. Somebody said to her about, did she ever go and stay in a hotel on her own? And she said without thinking, oh yeah, I've gone over and spent the night in a hotel on my own a few times, just to spend the night, just for the weekend, something like that. She said that a few times. Exactly, Mouse Toes. It's entertainment for 30 minutes. It's like watching The Real Housewives or watching something like that. You watch that for 30 minutes, but it's not something like, you spend all weekend perseverating over. It's just entertainment for a minute. Exactly. And it's Pete who outed you, Foodie. Why is Pete so invasive? That's a good point, Nutty. Thank you for, you know what, Nutty? I appreciate you mentioning that, because I totally slipped my mind. She's upset about something that Pete's outed her for. So why aren't you angry at Pete's, Foodie? Or she is, but she doesn't want to admit it. And another thing, Mouse Toes, that's a good point. Why did you tell that to Pete's mom if it was such a big secret? If it was such a big secret that you didn't want anybody to know, why would you share it with Pete's when you know that he can't keep a secret? And why would you share it with Pete's mom, which would indicate to Pete's that it's not even a big secret? If it was a big secret, why would you tell it to both him and his mom? Welcome in, Fiona's mom. Oh, I had a chance to reply to your email. Hopefully you got my reply. Hopefully everything's good. Good point, Nirvana. Welcome in, Susie Q. I hope you're having a great night. Oh, welcome in, Yellow Moon. Hope you're having an excellent night as well. Exactly, Skinny Queen. Exactly. Foodie is such a hypocrite in so many ways. She's like, why are you so interested? Why do you invade in my life? Well, that's not true, Foodie. I don't follow a lot of reaction channels. I just don't. I watch a few, but most of them, I watch them only occasionally. The only channels that I watch even semi-regularly are like Skinny. I watch Hannibal sometimes. These people don't interfere in your life. They just don't. I don't, any channels that are interfering in your life, if you want to name them, that's up to you. I'm not aware of it, but the channels that I watch don't interfere. I know that. We just watch the videos that you put up publicly for profit, Foodie. And I want to reiterate this. Let me catch them on the comments as well. Yes, totally hypocritical. It was Pete's, I believe is what you mean. Oh yeah, that's right. That one Canadian guy did. That's true. I forgot about him. That one Canadian went and interviewed her neighbors, but it was after she left the villa. Was that interfering? Well, I'm not even going to delve into that one too much. I'll just say that the fact that he did not go there until after she already left is, I think that's relevant. But if she wants to argue that people are interfering, that's the one person who maybe did, as far as I know. If you want to argue that FFG interfered, I don't see it like that at all. She went and she collected her pet cat. She collected it as an anonymous person. She did not go there and do and like try to sneak into her house or anything like that. She just went there and got the cat, and it was for the sake of the cat. So I don't consider that interfering. Even though that, I guess you could argue that she did go to her house. Yep. Yep, she is visa hopping. Oh, I didn't know that she can get in trouble for it for 5 years. Kuwait doesn't seem to enforce anything, though. Yeah, she just lies about everything. Oh, my God. She seriously said that too, Tucker? I strongly believe Foodie's getting money from her family, and I don't even care if she does or she doesn't. That's between her and her family. But don't BS. Don't BS us, at least. Oh, you have a theory, Skinny. I'm interested in that. Yes, Lauren. Thank you, Lauren Lou. Thank you, Lauren Lou. I was answering more just for entertainment value. I'm not answering for her sake. I'm answering for the sake of the audience because I think it's interesting and because I think her questions are absurd. But I appreciate your what you're saying there, Lauren. And you make a very good point. That if Foodie was just a private citizen posting on her Facebook for her 5-6 friends, her family members, about what she did, and I was stalking her personal Facebook page, and I was taking her personal videos and uploading them to YouTube and sharing them with hundreds of people, that would be very different. Foodie has a much bigger channel than me. She is posting videos for profit. This is like a movie studio releasing a film and then getting upset if people criticize it. You release the film for profit. You're not artists. You're not some artists who did this film because you love the art and we don't appreciate the art. You did this film to make money, presumably from me. If I don't want to pay my money for it, I have every right to say I don't. And I'm not in the wrong for critiquing something I paid for. So yeah, that's just maybe I'm stretching the metaphor too much. But Lauren, yes, you're 100% right. And welcome in, by the way. Oh, is that you skiing? That's very cool. Skiing's. I've always wanted to go skiing. Looks like a lot of fun. That's another thing, Nirvana. She talks about how her visa hopping is technically because of the Kuwaiti laws have been changed, and they've set them up differently so that They set them up differently so that now spouses of family members can stay. Spouses of people working in Kuwait on a work visa. Salah doesn't have a work visa. And I'm not saying that to shame anybody. I'm just pointing out that it doesn't apply. Geez, let me catch up on the chat here. Yeah, she is the window peeper. Nad's put cardboard over the kitchen window. No problem, buddy. Welcome in, Sunshine Country Chickens. Yes, very much. Foodie has done that too. Thank you for reminding me because I haven't been around as long. Sometimes I forget all the details. But yes, she has done that multiple times. Foodie does not hesitate to dox people. Didi, she has been so cruel to Didi as far as doxing her. Didn't she dox her mom's hospital or something like that? I don't remember the precise details. But yeah, Foodie is a very vindictive, cruel person who will not hesitate to go IRL. She will not think, oh, well, they're just a reaction channel. I'm going to leave it alone. They're a reaction channel. They can react. She always goes personal. I get you, Lauren. It's, she's a human being. So I have that sympathy as a human, but as far as a person, as far as somebody like, I don't want to know her. I wouldn't want her in my life. Just don't really like her, but I don't need to crap on Foodie. We already know what we think of this lady. She's not a very likable person. But she's not the only unlikable person in the world. I do want to say that, but, that's a fair point, Skitty. She did give it to the stranger, really not knowing anything. She was just trying to give it away to anybody. I'm not trying to. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I just was mentioning that though because I don't think FFG was out of line doing that at all. Yeah, she was. She was genuinely happy until she learned FFG was the one who got it. Nirvana, I think that's a reasonable number as far as Foodie's like active subs. As far as the number who like actively watch videos regularly, it's probably not too much above that. That sounds really good. I love peanut butter and a little bit of artificial sweetener is much healthier than some sugar. I don't see anything wrong with a little bit of artificial sweetener. Yeah, the family visas. I saw that. That was for the spouses of people who were employed there, though. So it's very much not Foodie's case. Yeah. Missy Moo is back. I will run the episode showing how nutty that woman is, because I did 2 episodes. I did a whole episode on her. She is. I will run that episode again, not to be vindictive, just to let people know though who she is, because she's okay at like putting on a front, but she's a nut. All right. Let's watch a little bit of this video, because she really rages. I know I got sidetracked on the chat here, but let's get back to the video for a minute, because she rages out.
Oh, he probably didn't think, oh, people are going to talk about this, like her visa, who cares, you know? So I just want to clear some things up.
Anyway, I do miss her. Plane fare is expensive though, so I mean, like, she can't really afford to. Yeah, she needs to save up more money before she can visit again. Not something where she can pop over to Canada every few months. Intercontinental flights are not cheap. Every 3 of us know that's way too expensive for a tourist visa. Flying from Kuwait to Canada, it's an expensive flight. We were never hooligans. Every 3 months you have to travel for a tourist visa. Oh, well, that like she's just like hopping to another country, from what I understand. Like when she was here, there was like one time we hung out, she also, stopped in at my mom's, and she explained to my mom that like she pops over to Saudi Arabia.
In the face, just a little bit. In the face, a little bit. I've never seen Kay Bella's body, so I couldn't tell you how much she actually looks like Missy. That's one thing about Kay Bella. I've never seen her from like the neck down. I only saw the face, but she does look a little bit like Missy, a little bit. Yeah, public service announcement on Missy Moo, because Missy Moo, she can come across as charming if you don't really know her too well. If you don't know her, she can come across as nice for a short period of time, but she is nutty. The longer you get to know her, the more you realize she is a nut. And I don't say that to be rude or anything. I'm just saying that to people to be careful, because she calls the police on people. She pretended to be a process server. She tried to get Marty arrested without even explaining why. It was really yeah. Yeah, and Foodie can't. Remember last time when she freaked out because they couldn't serve her dinner on the plane, and she tried to insist that it was by choice. She was like, "Oh yeah, by choice. I just didn't eat. I just didn't." And then somebody in the chat who was an airport flight attendant explained that they can't serve a hot drink and a hot meal if the tray won't extend. So that's what it was.
But basically, she just pops across the border.
Is she? Well, no wonder Salah jumped on her then.
A couple days. While her visa
then that really explains it, because I figured Salah would jump at anybody, but if she's actually pretty, then he's really going to be jumping on it.
So yeah, for round trip, Kuwait to Canada, you're looking over $1,000. $1,100, $1,200. And I mean, obviously, that's going to depend on the dates as well.
So,
Number one.
Sunshine, this is part of why I really like this video. It's not just about, because the fact that Foodie is broke, or I shouldn't say broke, but the fact that she's struggling financially is not news. And it's not even something, if she wasn't so arrogant when she had some money, I wouldn't care, because I'm not somebody who makes a big deal about somebody if you have some money or if you're tight. But Foodie was so obnoxious and so try to think of the right word for it. So crass. She was just so crass when she had money that it was really disgusting and very unlikable. And now that she's struggling a little bit financially, it's nice to see her have to eat a little bit of humble pie. I mean, she certainly eats every other kind of pie.
Pizza, and I'll never be mad at pizza. So basically, for those of you who are new and don't know who Pizza is, he was my former roommate, but he's been a friend, like a best friend for like probably I don't know how many years now, but since like high school. Okay, that one changed. People like to divert your signal. Well, as a Muslim woman,
my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
and I love to have friends. Maybe that's true. That's not your business. We're from paparazzi. Hey, Jack. Hey, everybody. I missed. Sorry, I'm eating. And he also apparently said, he said when I was down in Canada, I visited his mom
Good point.
and was talking about, how I would border hop. I'm not, I can't afford to come to Canada because plane tickets are expensive. All right.
And I love how she leaves out that Pete's. She may have. This is an edit. To be fair, this is an edit, so it's possible in the original she said it, but I have a feeling she didn't bother to mention. She was so careful to say, Pete's is just an old friend. He's just a friend. Pete's was your boyfriend. He was actually somebody who got you pregnant twice. That's more than just a friend. I mean, I've been friends with women. I've never got any of them pregnant. Not the ones who I say are just friends. just putting that out there. Not that I get a lot of people pregnant. Not that that's something I regularly do, but I'm just pointing out that I would say that's more than just friends.
As for the plane fare, yeah, it's expensive. It's even more than we said usually, because I usually go
protein
last
shake
minute,
brings
I
the
book
boys
them
to the
together,
yard.
so it's always more. So it's expensive. It's expensive to go travel to Canada. It's a very expensive plane ticket. It's not something I even like. Technically, yeah, I could pay for it, or he could pay for it, or we could pay for it. Whatever. It's no one's business. Technically, a ticket could be bought, but then like we have bills. Like I have a lot of debts I have to deal with from Canada. We have.
Foodie has a lot of debts from Canada. I don't doubt that, but I don't think she's paying them. I think she's just saying that as an excuse. And that's quite a good point, Nirvana. Why is it that that she was staying with Pete's and talking with Pete's and hanging out with Pete's mom and all this stuff? This is really just the whole thing is so it's always been fake. Their relationship has always been fake and cringe, and that's always my favorite part of this stuff. So whenever anything brings up the relationship, the fakeness of it, that's what it is. Yeah, right. In honor of Missy Moo, because Chantel told her to put her milkers away. Remember that? Welcome in, Gail. Hope you're having a good night. And Vegas, hopefully you have fun on your trip. Hope you have a good time. But yes, Missy Moo is a wild one, and her husband is allegedly Missy Moo sent nudes to Natter. Allegedly, I heard that. I don't know if that's true or not.
Our bills here, and we are planning for other travel, and so for me to just go to Canada like for no reason, like even a couple of times a year, it is expensive, and I have been doing it. I've been going, but so he's technically right. The airfare is expensive, and he's probably just assuming, because I never.
Well, that's more like friends with penalties. Friends with benefits, more like friends with penalties. Like if you want to be my friend, you have to touch me. No, I don't want to do that, Foodie.
Rich or anything, and I'm not rich. I don't see what the T in is that. Like, what's the T? Oh no, she can't afford a plane ticket to Canada. If I need to go to Canada,
Indeed,
I'll get there. Don't worry about it. So he's right about that. It is expensive to go.
Ooh,
to Canada.
that would be.
As for the border,
that is a really interesting question. What does the chat think on that? On one hand, I could see her wearing it, but on the other hand, she probably wants Pete's to touch her. So she probably leaves it off because she can say all she wants that she's not attracted to Pete's, but she's desperate for touch at this point. She's not getting any action from Salah, and Pete's was good enough once. So
hopping at one point, yeah. Number one, I'm not going to talk about my visa status. I'm not going to confirm or deny anything.
No, Lauren Lou, it's a meme because Missy Moo, Foodie, who always used to get naked and all but naked, she used to expose herself on camera. She decided to become Mrs. Proper and said, "Oh, Missy Moo is always showing her milkers to the camera." And Foodie got all uptight and had this attitude like, "Oh, how dare she? How dare she show her milkers?" And it was just so silly the way she said it and the way she was it was so juvenile and just like it was just so petty, and it was just so like this is the woman who's exposed herself every which way possible, has told the most disgusting stories, and now she wants to act like, "Oh, Missy Moo is showing her chest on camera." She was wearing like a low cut shirt or something. She wasn't exposing herself. It was just like she just had some cleavage showing. It was not anything that was it was nothing that you couldn't put on YouTube. It was nothing obscene. It wasn't, it was just, she was just that's all it was. Yes. So it was, no, not in a pejorative at all. It's only, Lauren, it's just become like a meme. That's it. Like there's, no, it is not. It's just because that's how Foodie said it. But yeah, nothing wrong with milkers. Yes, and Natter even knew about that's the other thing too. And the purple lingerie that showed her cleavage was the outfit in question. So that was the whole cleavage thing came into it, because allegedly she sent a picture where she was showing her cleavage, or she was topless or something like that. So that's where all this milkers talk comes in. it was a Chantel's meme. She started this whole meme. Okay. Yes, and the purple bra and the nightie and everything. That's right. No, definitely no shame in showing cleavage. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. That's actually, I have that call in the episode. I should do a reaction to my own show. I'll do a reaction to my own show where he actually talks. We have him on the phone with Marty. I actually have that clip on that show. So, yeah. I actually have that clip. Welcome in, Holy Water. I'm glad you could be here tonight. We always could use your presence. Please be on this chat. Thank you.
Because literally, it's no one's business. I don't know where the one up is and saying, "Oh yeah, we were right." Who cares? Even if it was true, who cares what visa I'm on here? You can't just come here. At first, yeah, it was a tourist visa, and I would border hop somewhere sometimes. Yes, of course. So what? What's your point? I don't know what. Like, can you please tell me what the T is? You don't just come here and get a visa. It's hard. They've changed.
Why is Foodie so angry about this? That's what I don't get. Well, I don't get. I don't get anything about Foodie half the time. I really don't. She's a confusing woman half the time because she lies so much. But what don't I get here? What I don't get is she's so angry and so bothered, and she's screaming about how it's just not a big deal. It's not a big deal. So what? Why do you care? Who cares? It's not a big deal. And why? And how could he reveal that? Why would he reveal something like that? I mean, it's not a big deal, but why would he reveal it? She
changed the rules
sounds
a lot.
crazy.
You don't know what my visa status is now. Even Pete doesn't know because I haven't told him anything in a while. I used to border hop, yes. Now, I'm not telling you. For example, they've recently changed the rules where you can have a family visa here now. Like it depends on a lot of things. You have to have a certain amount of money and all this and that. Not like an unreasonable amount, but there's like criteria. And Salah fits the criteria. So I'm just saying.
Okay, Salah fits the criteria. This is what I mean. Foodie just tells fibs and lies and bullcrap as much as she can. And that's why people give her a hard time. If she said all the time, it's nobody's business, I don't want to talk about it. And then she goes on to give details. It says, it's nobody's business, I don't want to talk about it. But just so you know, Salah now fits the eligibility requirements. So now I'm staying here under a visa because Salah has a work visa and the law changed. And now I am eligible under his work. If it's not a big deal and you don't want to share that information, why are you sharing all of these details? And then getting angry at your viewers for questioning you when your details don't match up. It's you're inviting all of this stuff, Foodie. It's like you're making the problem.
Like they've changed things for family visas. I'm not saying that's what I'm doing. I'm not saying it's not what I'm doing. I'm not telling you on
Nancy.
Purpose. Like I don't want that private information to be told for people to exploit it for views because they have nothing. All right, they're literally desperate.
We have nothing, so you give us a rage. Okay, Foodie, thank you. No, we do have something because I've other videos, other topics, but this rage was too good not to show. So if your point is that we have nothing, then stop giving us stuff.
Low to the point where they have nothing else, that they have to make tea out of what my visa status is in a country, as if that has any true meaning to their life, like whatsoever.
Oh, I learned about that, Lauren. That when Foodie was young, she used to sneak food when she was younger. And I do want to point out, I don't have a lot of sympathy for Foodie, but the little bit I do have is for when she was younger. Because nobody start. Well, I don't want to say nobody. I'll say most people start out, better than they end up. And I think there was maybe a time in her past when she really tried to do better. At least I want to think so when she was younger. And if there was a time I have sympathy for, that's the time I do. When you're a child, if you're overweight as a young child, it's typically not your fault. It's typically your parents not giving you healthy food. But when you get older, once you get past a certain age, that's when things change. But yeah, I can see that. Though.
And I would say yes, no, on purpose, because it's not anyone's business. I don't want to know what it is, because again, it's my life, it's my business, not yours.
That is
the need.
That is a great point, Hannibal.
About my private life is insanely invasive and insanely pathetic for content. People don't understand why I hide my status.
That's fair, Nutty.
Because Stephanie, it's no one's.
And Nutty, to be fair, I probably should withdraw some of what I just said, because I don't actually know anything about Foodie as a child. I only know what she's told us, and I know what other people have told us. And I don't have enough to say for sure. So I can't, I really should just withhold my opinion on Foodie as a child, because I don't know enough. And that's what I'm just going to say on that. And even if I learn more, I don't know 100%. I wasn't there. I know her as an adult, though. I know how she is now.
And you are actually going to say why I keep these things private? Have you seen people say they're going to call the Kuwait authorities? People say they're going to show up at the airport. People looking up my tickets when I'm going on a flight. People showing up. People go real life on me all the time, Stephanie. So
no,
I'm
they don't,
to protect
Foodie.
myself and my privacy. I don't need people knowing all my business. Just like I don't show people my marriage certificate.
The only thing she doesn't show us, she shows us her blood sugar readings. She shows us her weight on the scale, even though it's fake. She shows us everything. Well, I don't say everything, but she shows us the food that she eats. She showed us the where she goes to walk, where she goes to exercise. She showed us basically anything involving food. She shows us her cat. She shows us all this stuff, but her marriage license, that's too private.
Like, no.
Her proof of actually living in Kuwait, that's too private.
Yeah, no, they're not pulling me out of a peaceful place, but I'm definitely addressing it. People are that low and that obsessed with me that they would do something like that for sure. And of course, Kuwait authorities are going to think that these people are just Islamophobic and stupid, which they are, and probably hang up on them. I know.
Kuwaiti authorities are going to think they're Islamophobic because they're giving information to help provide security to a majority Muslim country. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Helping them to enforce Islamic law is Islamophobic. Make it make sense.
Legal. I mean, that's the thing. But I'm keeping it private because it's a part of my life I want to keep private.
Yeah,
I don't even have to explain beyond
Foodie
that.
acts like she's brand new. That's an expression that some people use. If anybody's not familiar, she acts like she's brand new. She acts like her past doesn't exist. She acts like she's never flashed anybody. She acts like she's never been extremely promiscuous. She hasn't been all but naked. She's very vulgar in the past, and even now when she gets angry, she becomes extremely vulgar. Anybody remember when she cursed out Aleh's wife? She said that she was having that Aleh was prostituting his wife to 4 boarders, to 4 men who lived in the apartment. That's that with no proof or anything. That was just her go-to insult. I don't like this guy. I'm going to say he's prostituting his wife to 4 men. That is like such an extreme overreach. That is crazy. That is just so beyond the norm of what could be considered an acceptable response.
It should just be left at that. Okay, she doesn't want to talk about it. I mean,
she showed us the fupa balls.
It's not something I want to talk about. I'm saying that there are a lot of Islamophobic people who make a lot of comments. So, like the Mahari Ham and all that stuff, and saying I'm obsessed with plane crashes because I'm going to be a bomber and stuff like that. Yeah, I think
who says that? Who says she's obsessed with plane crashes? She's gonna. Chantel couldn't even lift anything heavy enough to hurt somebody.
To be very secretive about things like this. Genuinely, none of these things are anyone's business.
Drop a fart.
And I'm not going to turn against you. He's not going to turn against me. You can keep trying. It's not going to happen. They are.
The only biological weapons that she and Salah are carrying are in her booty.
Okay, goodbye. Yeah, of course it bothers me that people invade my privacy. Sorry, I don't want negative people in my.
Yeah, that is her past, indeed.
Goodbye. If you want to defend that kind of behavior,
for president, she was a call girl also.
Watch them then.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not mad at pizza.
Are you serious? Because I don't know Foodie's full history. When you say a call girl, do you mean she did like phone sex, or do you mean that she actually attempted to sell herself as a? I'll put it nice. I'll say a sex worker. She attempted to do work where she was offering sex for money. Because if she was offering to do that, I mean, who the hell was paid?
I'm not mad at pizza. No animal abuse, lies. Birds overgrowing while I was away, and then me.
That's a good point, Mouse Toes. Yeah, by Foodie's logic, she's being a bigot by Foodie's own logic. I don't like to label people, but if what's good for the goose is good for the gander, if Foodie wants to call people a bigot, then I guess she is one as well.
Going to deal with it when I got back is not animal abuse, idiot.
Welcome in,
Yeah, I'm gonna
Diana.
go get my shisha and try to get my microphone.
Okay, have a good night.
I'll be right back. Okay, give me like.
Yes, that's right. He told her how to. He gave her all of the most insulting words he could. Told her how to call her a pig, a prostitute. I don't remember what other words. Sharmuta, Hanzir, something like that. I'm not trying to get anybody censored here, but that's all I remember. And isn't it wonderful that Foodie, the linguist, the bilingual French Canadian, the English major, the only words in Arabic she knows are Bismillah and Sharmuta and Hanzir. That's about it. Enjoy this food, and you're a disgusting pig and a whore. That's about all she knows how to say. He must hate her because he needs her. That would make me hate her too.
Okay, I'm gonna see if this is better. Is that better?
If she had arms like an NBA center, she still couldn't reach her privates.
Testing, read all about it. Okay, yes, I made Carolina and Vamptiva mods.
This just got louder. Let me turn this down a little bit. Let me speed it up a little bit because actually we're running. You know what? We're starting to run a little bit late. I think I'm gonna cut ahead a little bit because it was actually I wanted to cover the Kuwait. This rage is mostly kind of panned out, but I want to cover some of the Kuwait Day video because that video she's going out in public and it's absolutely hilarious. So let me get that one as well. 1 second here. Let me put up my little animation for a second. Okay. She worked in a free call girl. She was a toll-free call girl. She worked an 800 number. She was an 800 number call girl. All right, let me find the video I was going to show. Foodie's Kuwait journey. Everyday Mariam. Because we're not going to watch all of it. We're just going to watch part of it. This is great. She goes to the Kuwait National Day where she. All right, let me find the part. Let me share this tab. All right. Let me take off the video. Oh, the video's already off. Never mind. All right, that worked out just fine. Okay, let's let it play. 1 second here. Okay, so I skipped ahead just a little bit. She starts. Oh, let me go back because she starts off by eating. Of course, starts off the day with breakfast. Of course. Sex for burgers and weed. Jeez Louise. Chantel had to pay. Let me see why it's not playing.
Hey,
Hold on. There we
don't
go.
delay.
She is a creep. I'll say that. If she was a guy, she probably would have been arrested at least once. She is brand new
Hello
and fresh
there.
out the box.
So I'm starting my day with a chicken shawarma on Saj bread. Yum.
She did have that old hijab that looked just like a pant leg. I remember everybody used to say it was she cut it from a pair of pants.
We were driving by these amazing Kuwaiti villas, and I just wanted to show you how beautiful the architecture is.
Yep.
And the mosques, of course. My Kuwait eyeshadow. We also drove by South Subahia Park, which is a new amusement park that was just constructed.
Ooh. Well, I don't listen to Kaya. I'll just leave it at that. I don't think I can handle that, fallen angel. But thank you for the vote of confidence. Full service meal, full service action. I could see that. And welcome into anybody I missed. My apologies. Thank you, everybody who's come in, and welcome to any lurkers. Welcome to anybody who's watching the replay. Much appreciated. Earlier, we talked about foodies faking out a channel to cheat them out of some subscribers, and now we're covering foodies' celebration of Kuwait National Day. I'd like to point out that you don't really see much of her celebrating, and we'll talk about more in a minute. I should probably speed this up just a little. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but I want to point out that her attendance at Kuwait National Day, it looks to me like she never actually made it to the event, because the event had a lot of cars there. You're going to see what we're talking about in a minute. So she just shows a lot of driving. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. All right, here she does. She gets to the park. Oh, and one other thing. Did you see that amusement park in the beginning? Does anybody think she'll ever actually ride any of this? Does anybody think she'll ever actually ride in any of these?
We also drove by South Subahia Park, which is a new amusement park that was just constructed.
I mean, it looks really nice. I mean, if she wants something to do, she should at least go there and check it out for the day. And I also wanted to point out her makeup really quick before we get back. She did this Kuwaiti makeup where she did red, white, and green. I wanted to ask somebody who knows a little more about makeup than me. Is it possible that these colors are washed out because the filters are trying to smooth out the color on her face? So the filter is kind of smoothing out the colors over her eyes as well? Or did she just not do that good of a job putting it on? Because it looks really washed out. But yeah, that's just wanted to say. Okay, so let's get back to the video of her walking around. I don't know.
Hi guys, so we're here on Kuwait
Welcome in, Sarah
National
Marie.
Day, and we're here in the Amity Park area, and there's tons of nice sites to celebrate the occasion, as you can see. So we're just out touring, seeing all the different sites.
That's up for debate.
And most importantly, happy 63rd National Day, Kuwait. Yalla, let's go. The way they decorate for National Day is reminiscent to all the lights around Christmas time in Canada. That's what it reminds me of. There are crowds of people everywhere in different areas of Kuwait, mostly Kuwait City. So we're going to avoid that because it's going to be hours in traffic. Even here, we've been a long time.
I love it says that we're going to avoid Kuwait City because it's going to be hours in traffic. Was there no way to leave early? How does everybody else get to Kuwait City? Like, what do they do? And if you look here, what even is this? Is this a park, or is this just like an area between the two roads? Like, this looks like these are people walking to the celebration. I love how they gave her a microphone so that she could look like she's some kind of a reporter or something. I think that's what she's trying to do. I think she's trying to present that she's some kind of a reporter.
I'm in traffic already.
Because if you notice, she's standing around people and nobody's staring at her for once. I think they think that she's a Westerner who's just here for the event.
So
that's why they're not it's cheap. Okay. The dead leg side shovel.
Kuwait celebrates two holidays this weekend: National Day, February 25th, and Liberation Day, February 26th.
Welcome in, JV.
In 1961, Kuwait became independent of all rule, making today's National Day the 63rd being celebrated. Sheikh Abdullah al-Salim al-Sabah played a vital role in Kuwait's independence and became emperor. The al-Sabah family still rules today. Liberation Day, February 26th, commemorates the day Kuwait was freed from Iraq.
Look at how she's like trying to make love with the camera. She's reading about Sheikh Jabal Ahmad al-Sabah, the sheikh during the liberation in 19, and she's like trying to F the camera. Like, she is like, look how she's trying to be so sultry. Look at that face. Like, she is just, look at that.
Rules today. Liberation Day, February 26th, commemorates the day Kuwait was freed from Iraqi forces during the Gulf War.
So for any newcomers, welcome.
I know that it's, it could be sexy to have a little sway in your walk, but this looks more like a limp. No disrespect to anybody who limps. I understand, sometimes it can be tough, but Foodie does appear to really be struggling with her walking, and she claims that she's not. So, interesting.
I'm Canadian citizen, and I've been residing in Kuwait for about a year now with my husband. And
welcome in, Joanna.
I love this country so much, so I'm happy to celebrate today. It's such a peaceful country, and I love hearing the Adan playing on the streets.
as a Muslim.
They think they're watching a celebrity, right?
Beaches, the
And if you notice these other people, there's nobody else here like celebrating. Everybody is walking. Everybody is driving. Everybody is heading to the celebration. And Foodie is just standing on the sidewalk acting like she's already there. She's trying to pretend that this road that leads up to the city is the actual celebration. She's trying to act like she's not just she's trying to pretend like she's actually doing something when all she's doing is standing next to the road.
malls, the people are awesome. The food is amazing.
Oh, that's a good point, Mouse Toes. She wears it like a scuba cap. She wears it like, she really like wears it like a shower cap. Like she wears it like all the way down on her eyebrows. Filters. Stay in line. She almost falls there too, by the way. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. She's laughing, but that was not safe. And notice how this. All right. She is not looking stable. Look at that. She almost fell over there. What did she even fall on? These irrigation hoses across the ground. And then she goes to get off on this little step and she almost falls over. Look, she almost falls over. Jesus Christ.
As you can see here, it's a straight traffic jam.
It is
back to back
concerning.
on the seaside road.
Yeah, I love this. They stopped and filmed the traffic jam and they're acting like this is the celebration. Hey, look, there's a traffic jam of people going to the city. We're going to celebrate by filming these other people who are going to celebrate. And if you notice, a lot of people have parked here and they're walking to the celebration. We're going to film the parking
That
lot.
leads to the Al Qud area because there's going to be fireworks in about an hour and a half. So it's traffic jams all over, like I said, nonstop traffic,
Oh, gee.
nonstop beeping as well.
Now here's the part that I really like. Yes, Jamie, it's a good point. It is, and not to be sensationalistic, but the fact is her weight has gotten so big that it completely throws off her balance. Because I've been heavy. A lot of people have been heavy, and when you get heavy, you lose some agility. But there's levels. There's levels to it. When you get really heavy, you get to the point where you really lose your athleticism. Welcome in, Zuliga. She's absolutely allergic to the truth. Look how red her face gets. Yes, she is totally bedbound incoming. And if not her, then Glitter and Lasers. I don't know which of them is going to be bedbound first, but they're both heading for it. So let me show you this part here. See this guy with the flags? This is the only person who, in my opinion, actually would be interested in interviewing. I've got a feeling if Foodie said, hey, I'm doing a vlog. I'm doing a vlog for a Kuwait Day, and my husband here speaks Arabic. Are you a Kuwaiti citizen here? You got a flag for Kuwait. You have a flag for the Emirates. Tell us what Kuwait independence means to you. That's what I would do if I was there. This guy looks real into it, doesn't he? He's got the flags. I mean, he wants people to talk to him. Why else would he be standing up, holding up the flags like that? He wants somebody to notice him. He wants to talk about Kuwait. Maybe he's a government worker or something. He wants to celebrate. He's really enjoying it. And he even comes off the road. They want to talk to him. They're looking at her. See? This guy's looking at them. But they just go back on the road. They realize, hey, you know what? There's nobody here to talk to. That's not a reporter. That's just some fat lady sending a video home.
The moon overlooking the Gulf Sea is beautiful tonight. Moon in Arabic is Amar.
That's a good point.
This vehicle is sporting a Qatar flag. We have some viewers from Qatar, so this is your shout out.
Oh, wow.
Hello guys, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to a very special video and mukbang. Today I'm going to be eating some Kuwaiti food.
All right, and now we're going to get a little bit of this mukbang. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but I want to share a little.
I'll show you what I ordered in a minute, but first things first, we have some lentil stew.
Because, of course, Chantel can't leave the house without buying breakfast and buying dinner, of course. So she's got this big bowl of soup. All right. Let's estimate here. This thing of yogurt plus this giant thing of juice and this soup. We've got at least 600 calories here, maybe 7.
Okay, this is a huge portion of lentil soup compared to the other places I get it from. So
because that juice has got to be 2 something. The soup's got to be at least 2 something. This yogurt's got to be like 2 something. So yeah, this is over 6 at least.
So let me try. So a little bit more.
Maybe more.
Too. All right, let's try this.
So she eats this pretty quickly, but let's look at this part here. This is the best part.
And the food comes in this huge box.
Exactly.
Wow. Comes with a plastic thing if you want to eat on the ground. No idea what this is.
Look at that. Now, does anybody question for 1 second? Watch how this food, does anybody think for 1 second that this is not a family meal? Does anybody think for even 1 second that when Foodie ordered this, she told them that it was for one person? Look at what it comes with.
Right inside of it. So that's why these plastic things are important.
It comes with a table mat.
Let me finish setting up. All right, I'm finished.
An entire cup of sauce, 3 containers of condiments, and 2 droppers of additional condiments, including 1 full of melted butter. Tell me this is a family meal without telling me this is a family meal.
What is this? Wow. This looks so good. I'm not going to lie. You're going to hear cars doing all kinds of things, you know. That's just how it's going to be.
Excellent point, Freedom Deep. That is a really good point. I think that's actually a really good point. Foodie and Glitter and Lasers, even though Glitter and Lasers is putting her body at more risk by doing more activity, she's in the West. She has access to healthcare. She has the money for healthcare, and she could hire an aide or somebody to help her out. So chances are that if she got bedbound, it might not happen. She might be able to get out of it. I mean, the weight would make it very difficult, but she would have some assistance. Foodie is on her own. If Foodie twists her ankle, that's it. She's done. You're right. What's left in the box? It's a good point. She's got all the forks and knives and spoons and all that stuff in there.
Today, national holiday. No, let's see what this is. Is this olive oil?
Let me make sure it runs fast because I don't want this to take too long. Because I want to cover Glitter and Lasers as well. All right, it's already running a little faster.
Let's put that on rice.
I love how she doesn't leave any of it. You notice how she used the entire container of butter. She has to squeeze the entire thing of butter on there.
I like this place. Is this hot sauce? Yeah, let's put some. Yalla. Mabouche. Ooh. Let's put some. So, mashed boots is my favorite Kuwaiti dish. I've had it many times on this channel. So that's why I'm eating it. Like, try something else. I was gonna try the zubeidi, but I don't.
Okay, and now one more quick mukbang video, which you got to get a look at. Because if you think that's impressive, watch this one here. Also this one's from Perfectly Imperfect. Let me send a link.
Oh, some kind of pickle. Okay, let's try all this stuff.
Oh, I love that you asked that question, Freedom Deep. I used to work out. I was never like super strong, but I was pretty strong. Like I could bench press more than I not more than I weighed because I was fat, but I could bench press like 200 pounds. I could row like 100, 150 pounds. I could deadlift like 300. Well, maybe not 300, but I couldn't pick her up. Not even close. And that's at my strongest. I couldn't have picked her up. I used to have muscles and I couldn't have picked her up. Salah has no muscles. He could not have picked her up. just pointing that out. As somebody who could easily lift up a woman at one point, I haven't worked out in like 2 years now, so I don't think I could. Maybe I could lift up Eugenia Cooney, but that's about it. But Foodie, no, that's not happening. You'd have to be you'd have to look like The Rock in order to pick up Foodie.
Let's try the chicken wing. Yummy. Look at this huge fajita taco.
How many
That's a
bites
good
does
point.
it take for Foodie to eat this huge fajita?
Okay, this is the one I just posted the link to. How many bites do you think it's going to take Foodie to finish this fajita? Everybody in chat, post a number. Post a number. I'll give you a hint. It's going to be less than 10. That's the only hint I'm going to give you. 10 or under. Post your guesses in the chat. All right, so hold on. Let's rewind. So everybody can see how big it is. There it is. That's the thing. That's the massive. She's calling it a fajita. It's taco, fajita, whatever it is. It's huge. Look at that thing.
Fajita taco.
How many bites does it take for Foodie to eat this huge fajita? 1.
No, Nirvana, I could not tell English was not your first language. So you whoever taught you English did quite a good job. And that is true. As much as I mock Glitter, she does have some muscle mass, because especially compared to Chantel, she at least does have some muscle mass. Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I think she's more likely to get hurt because she exercises more, so she's taking more risks. But at any given moment, she is like more fit than Chantel. I will concede that. I would not argue that. All right, let's see the numbers here. Four from Joanna. 5.
2.
1. Oh, Nirvana, you're wrong. Sorry. Not 1. Good question, Nutty. It's on camera. 8. Okay. 3. Is it 3? 3? Close, Cozy J. Close. See how she's using that snake technique? She's kind of using that feeder style where she treats it like a two-handed burrito and tries to really cram it into her mouth, you know? Spoilers. I should time you out for that. Just kidding.
4.
Oh wow, I can see that. Yeah, she absolutely deep-throated it. That is the perfect word, Nutty. I mean, the thing is, look how big those bites are. I think people don't realize quite how big this taco is. It is so big. Like, Foodie has to roll her eyes up in order to create a little bit more space in her mouth. You know, like an owl, its eyes are so large, like it fills up part of its head. She has to roll her eyes up back in order to eat. A little bit of lubrication to get it down the throat. Gotta lube up that device.
6.
Okay.
7.
Now it's technically 8, but I think it's really 7. It's really 7. 7 and some change, because that what's left in there. She could probably get that in her mouth, but she's just so full at this point. The yogurt container has already been knocked over. The juice is empty. The plate is empty. She's ready to tap out. But hey, Rudy, where are you? 1. We need Rudy because we're counting to 8 here. Oh, the number of bites. The number of bites, Nora. I think it's too late now, but we were guessing the number of bites Foodie needed.
8.
Just food, yeah.
You eat too much.
Too much, yeah.
Okay, so we're not gonna be on too late tonight, but we are gonna watch some of Glitter and Lasers too, because I did promise. Remember how last time I showed you the video of her? It was 50 workouts in. She was allegedly 50 workouts in that video. I have a video now where she is allegedly 100 workouts in. Let's see if she looks to be healthier. She looks to be smaller. She looks to be stronger. Let's see if there's any difference that's noticeable. Give me a second here to pull up this video. And respect for her trying to work out, but I'm just not seeing a lot of believable results. That's the thing. So let me go to her channel really quickly. All right, her results after 100 workouts. This is another video which is sponsored by my co-pilot. Every one of her workout videos is sponsored. I don't think she ever did a workout video until after she already got sponsored. I don't think the workouts were a regular part of her thing until she got paid to do it. Now that she gets paid to work out, she posts these workout videos on occasion. Remember the last video we saw last week? Yes, the form was not good. Yes, she got tired, but she actually showed a full set of exercises. No, she could not complete the workout. She claimed that she had taken a few weeks off and that's why she couldn't complete the workout. But she at least showed us a workout. Does anybody think she's actually going to show us a workout today? After 100 workouts, she's going to tell us how much stronger she is. Is she going to show us any evidence? Let's find out.
About myself about, I want to say 8-9 months ago, I decided to start working out. This was around the same time I made a lot of.
All right. So first things first, she is going to show when these videos, watching these videos without her putting up whether it's a before or after, you can't really tell if these workouts were workout 1, workout 50, or workout 100. There's really no way to tell. So that's kind of the issue. Welcome in, Sour Cat. Hopefully you're having a good night. Oh, geez, I'm behind on the chat again. That is true, Jamie. That is true. And I do think she has gotten some strength. I'm not going to say she hasn't gotten any, but I think she's risking a lot of injury. And I think that she would have gained much more strength with a much lower intensity workout. I don't think she should work out less. I think she should work out more safely. That's something I want to make clear. When I criticize her workout, it's because she's so unsafe and so inefficient. It's not the working out. It's that she just is. It's like she's actively trying to do the most unsafe workout she can. I don't know why. Maybe because she thinks it'll go faster.
Other changes as far as like what I ate. I treated a lot of previously untreated medical issues. And I also decided that I was going to try some weight loss medication. All of those things together basically have transformed my life. Today, we're going to be talking about a very specific part of that journey, which is my fitness journey. So when I started...
Sour Cat, I don't dislike her outfits, but I dislike that they don't fit. That's what I dislike. I think if her outfits were appropriately sized and they left a little something to the imagination, they might look a little bit better.
About 9 months ago, I had very little strength in my body.
Okay, so let's compare her videos. This is her first workout, she claims. This is 9 months ago. This was her very first workout. Does she look heavier? Yeah. Not by a lot, though. Does she look like she's more out of shape? I'm not sure. Let's watch.
And I moved very little.
She claims that she claims that was her without working out at all. The level of flexibility and strength in that outfit there was her at her worst, allegedly.
Goal was to simply improve that and be able to do more. I think the hardest thing about being in a bigger body is that you can feel closed off from the world around you. You
Agreed,
can feel
Nirvana.
like certain things are just not accessible to you. And I basically got sick of waiting.
Okay, so now this is workout 50. I saw this video already. These squats, I'm not going to say these are terrible, but why doesn't she show her doing more than one? Why does she only show her doing one?
For the world to make themselves accessible.
Excuse me, 3. No, 2.
To
1.5. I'm sorry. She shows herself doing 1.5 squats. Why are you only showing 1.5 squats? That doesn't prove anything. It literally proves nothing. You could probably do 1.5 squats with bad form on your very first day in the gym. Maybe I mean, didn't she say that she could? Doing 1.5. I mean, I'm not saying that she can't do more, but I don't know that she can do more. She doesn't look like she can do more.
By myself and just get to a point where I didn't feel like things I loved.
Okay, again, is this day 1 or day 100? She doesn't make it clear.
Were just so difficult anymore.
All right, this one here, I actually kind of like this one. This is a pretty easy exercise, and that's why I like it, because it is easy. This is not going to put a lot of stress on her. She's basically just leaning forward, supporting very little of her body weight. It's a good exercise at her weight. I don't see her doing very many, but she only does like 2 reps. She doesn't do very many.
And No,
She doesn't even show herself completing 2 full reps of
shame,
anything.
no foul to anyone else who decides that that's not the journey for them. That's the journey that I chose. And I am a very big believer in making the best choices for you, whether that's weight loss or
Yeah, she really looked
choosing not
awful
to
in
lose
Target.
weight. Those are
with the
both
way she-
valid options.
In Target, anybody who hasn't seen that one, please watch my older video. If you have any, if you think I'm being a little harsh on glitter and lasers, watch how she got drunk and trashed a Target. And yeah, watch that.
But I did choose to lose weight. I did lose around 90 pounds on this journey, and that's with a lot of complications that traditionally make losing weight very difficult. I have
agreed.
Hashimoto's and I also have lipedema. One of the things that's been kind of critical.
That's the thing, Nirvana. She says she never worked out before. She got this fitness app, which she's selling to her viewers, mind you. And I just want to point that out for anybody who thinks I might be being harsh on this woman. This is not her personal workout video. She is attempting to sell a workout app. She is telling you, the viewer, this workout app is a better deal than a personal trainer. She's not telling you to go see a doctor and make sure that you're safe to work out. She's saying, download this app and help me make some money. That's the only reason, as far as I can tell, that she does these videos, because all of her other videos don't involve working out. I don't see any workout videos that aren't sponsored. That just doesn't sit right with me.
In this journey for me was finding a fitness routine that actually worked.
No problem, Nutty. We'll see you over in a little.
Actually partnering with the solution that I found as part of this video. I know that can feel a little sus when people are like,
I am 100% in agreement with you, Sinisi. Squats are a hard exercise to do. Even when you're in good shape, it's hard to do squats. At her size, I don't think she can do very many squats, and I'm not sure she should even be trying them. Because again, her knees are going to be screaming for her to stop. So let's let this video run a little faster.
it's my partner. And then
So notice she's been doing the video for over 2 minutes. She still hasn't said any of the benefits. She's done 100 workouts. She hasn't described any actual benefits
just
yet.
start using that thing that day. But that is not my story. I have used this tool. Really, it's a tool.
Okay, these exercises I like. I like these overhead presses. I don't think these are going to help much with weight loss, but I don't think she's going to get hurt doing them. So I don't dislike these. At the same way with those rows.
I have used
these one-arm rows. She's doing very poor form, and it looks like she's not doing. For once, it looks like she's actually doing too little weight because she's moving it a little bit too quickly. I don't think it's actually providing enough resistance for her on this exercise. But yeah, I don't think this exercise is automatically bad, but I don't like the way she's leaning on one knee. I think she should do this exercise in a better supported position.
Tool, really, it's a tool. Very successfully over the past year, and it has literally transformed my life.
All right, and these ones here, she's going too fast here. This one here, I don't think she ever completes a set. And this one here, she has her shoulders rounded down, which is how you get injured. And I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm saying that because you can find videos of people hurting their back on YouTube when they deadlift, and they invariably have their shoulders rounded down. Or not invariably, but they very often have their shoulders rounded. This is how you get hurt doing a deadlift. Do not have your shoulders rounded down.
And what I'm talking about is...
See how her shoulders are rounded? See that?
Very successfully over the past year, and it has...
Look how her shoulders are rounded. She claims she has a fitness app that shows her how to work out. The app is not showing you to round your shoulders down. That is the absolute worst thing you can do.
Literally transformed.
Look how her shoulders are completely rolled down. Her back is rolled forward. This is how you get a herniated disc right here. She's going to get a herniated disc right where her back is arching because she is not using her muscles to support this weight.
For my life. And what I'm talking about is Copilot. Now, what is Copilot? Is it an app? Is it a physical trainer? Well, it's kind of both, right? It is technology assisted by an actual human to design a workout routine that works best for you. And why this specifically has worked so amazingly for me is that it met me where I was at. And since I'm partnering with
I have to agree, Nirvana. If she was doing a video and she wasn't sponsored, I would feel a little differently. If she was doing a video and she was saying, hey, I do my workout, you like it, you don't like it, it's up to you, but I'm doing it. I don't think anybody else has to do it. This is my workout. It's just for me. And if you don't like it, don't watch it. I could respect that. But she is selling an item. She's saying, hey, you should be working out like me. You should be buying this app and you should be working out like I am. That's That's very different.
They're being super awesome. They're going to give you guys a 14-day free trial and 20% off your first month. This is the best deal that I've ever been able to give. And that's just by clicking the link down in my description or using this QR code. And
yeah, use this QR code, click the link, get the app. You want to do the exercises like she is? You want to get hurt and have nobody who there to help you? Use her app.
It's only until February 1st, guys. So if you're interested in giving it a try.
And it's only till February 1st. It's only till February 1st.
Using this QR code. And
you already missed it. See, don't stop. Don't talk to a physician. Don't waste any time thinking if this is healthy or if this is safe. Sign up immediately because you want to get this deal.
Until February 1st, guys. So if you're interested in giving it a try, this is the month to try it out. The trainer that I work with, her name is Olivia, and she is awesome. Understands that there are some limitations when you're working in a bigger body. Certain things are more prone to.
Thank you, Nirvana. I know that some people might be seeing this for the first time, and I just don't want them to get the wrong impression. Anybody who's already seen my prior videos, they've seen that I originally started out a lot more hopeful with glitter and lasers. I originally liked the idea of her working out, but the more I watch, the more I see that she's really just scamming.
Injury or might just be more painful in the beginning, and was able to design a program that met me where I was when I started on day one. And if you can look at the video I'm showing you right now, this is my literal day one workout with Copilot.
This is day one. Okay, this is day one. No disrespect. Everybody has to start somewhere on day one. Oh, and let me tell you something, Glitter and Lasers. I'm coming from a similar place. I lost about 100 pounds of fat. I did a lot of working out when I got started. You know, I used to bring a second shirt to the gym because I would be so sweaty, I would have to wring out the first shirt. I would go outside and wring it out. That's how sweaty I got. I had to bring a second shirt because I didn't want to sweat up all the equipment in the gym. That's how sweaty I got. I'm not proud of being that sweaty. I'm just pointing out that at over 100 pounds less than you, I was so sweaty, I had to bring a second shirt. How much sweat are you getting all over everybody's equipment? You're not even wearing clothes.
The video I'm showing you right now, this is my literal day one workout with Copilot. This was in mid-March of last year. As you can see, I'm pretty weak. I'm struggling to do a lot of these exercises, and honestly, it was a very humbling experience.
That's the issue, Sour Cat.
I realized that I wasn't where I wanted to be, or even where I thought I was.
I hope so.
I did feel like I was empowered and had something that would help me. Now I stuck with it.
Okay, and now let's keep in mind here, and I'm not trying to be rude, but she's allegedly after 100 strength workouts. Does anybody else notice that she's a little bit out of breath just talking? This woman claims to have done over 160 workouts. She's going to say later in the video she did 160.
I realized that I wasn't where I wanted to be, or even where I thought I was, but I did feel like I was empowered and had something that would help me. Now I stuck with it. I've worked out about 3 times a week with Copilot since then. And actually they do like a little end of year wrap up for Copilot. And I just want to show you mine. So you can see literally what I did last year and what it took to lose 90 pounds. And honestly, dramatically.
She claims she's lost 90 pounds between here and the first video. Does anybody else see that?
And completely transformed my mobility, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
And she's completely transformed her mobility. She's transformed it so much that she won't show us a full workout video. Her mobility is completely transformed, but she won't even show us a full set of exercises.
Last year, the first thing I got, and this is like, they do like their own version of the Spotify Wrapped. It's like the Copilot end of your wrap. So I did 166 workouts with Copilot last year.
Oh, thank you, Sinise.
Last year.
I don't want to be rude. I want to be nice, but sometimes there's just not a nice way to say some things.
And across those 166 workouts, I lifted 447,000 pounds.
Okay, so here we have, she planned, because that's all this proves, her app, she programmed into the app that she told the app she worked for 6,000 minutes. She told the app she lifted 447,000 pounds. This is just hard to believe.
Well, 447, 317.
It's very hard to believe. Let me do a little math here. 6,000 hours. That is 100 hours in the gym. That's a lot of time. I'll just say that I think I spent about 200 hours in the gym in a full year, and I built a lot of muscle in that time. I must have put on like 20 pounds. I put it back, to be fair. I was regaining it. And yes, I'm a guy. You can't compare a guy's results to a woman's results. But my body looked completely different. I looked like a different person at the end of the year. You wouldn't even recognize me. And I did not too many more workouts than her.
I worked out for 5,952 minutes.
44 and
I
19.
talked to my coach 503 times.
199.
I talk too much. This is very
Agreed,
clear.
Sinise.
And honestly, my workout persona was the mobility master. On top of
I was not, Rudy, but I will be alive in 2044. Yeah, Nirvana, good point. And I'm glad we have Rudy here because he can double check her figures. They're
all
not
of
adding up.
this, I feel like these are just numbers, right? These are just to show you like how much I committed to this.
199.
But on top of all of
199.
this, I feel like I have a lot of things back in my life. So when I started the journey, here's some things I could not do. I could not do a lunge.
Okay. She claims she
could not
can't do a lunge.
bridge.
She claims that she couldn't do a lunge. What I'm seeing here
I could not
is I'm seeing somebody doing an assisted lunge. This is nothing to be ashamed of. She can do a lunge. She's doing an assisted lunge. Not a lot of people can do a lunge unassisted if they are not already in some kind of shape. A lunge is a difficult exercise. It is. And anybody in the ear who's in good shape, they might be easy for you. But for somebody who's not in good shape, a lunge is quite a difficult exercise. That she requires assistance is nothing to be ashamed of. This is allegedly where she started. Unstable, unsteady, but you know, everybody has to start somewhere. Where did she end?
do a lunge at all. I could not do a bridge at all.
She says she couldn't do a bridge, but it looks like she could.
I could not do a lunge at all. I could not do a
Okay, she says she couldn't do a bridge, but she's doing one. So I mean, her feet are not flat on the ground, to be fair. It's not a proper bridge, but she is getting her butt off the ground.
bridge at all. I could not do dead bugs for more than one set. And these are all activities and
You can't do anything for more than one set. We haven't
motions that
seen
are
you.
now in my warm up and are very comfortable for me. I'm actually doing some of them weighted lunges, weighted pelvic lifts, all kinds of things. I've gained the ability to do a push up. I've gained the ability to do an inchworm.
Okay, again, she's gained the ability to do a push-up. I
weighted
could
pelvic
believe
lifts,
that.
all kinds of things. I've gained the
But and I don't dislike this push-up, but this is not safe for her elbows. Her elbows look to be supporting way too much weight here. Her shoulders and her pectorals are not supporting any weight. Her arms are not far back and are not far enough back to be stretching the pectorals out. She's only using her triceps here. She's putting all of the weight on her triceps and she's putting all of the weight onto her elbows. And I highly doubt that she did even a second rep.
ability to do a push up. I've gained the ability to do an inchworm. And I've also gained the ability to just lift heavier and stronger weight.
Okay, lifting heavier weight. That doesn't mean anything if your form isn't good. You could have probably lifted this weight on day one, Glitter. I really do believe she could have lifted this weight on day one. The first weight, it was so incredibly easy for her that it was just too light. This weight looks like something that's more appropriate and challenged. So I actually like this. And I think her form has actually improved on that one exercise.
And I've also
I'll
gained
say
the
that.
ability to just lift heavier and stronger.
That one exercise, this one exercise, the dumbbell row, her form has improved. I will concede that. Her form has improved on this one. That's the only one I'm seeing any improvement in.
weights. We can talk about all the weight I've lifted.
And again, it's hard to see any improvement when she only shows one rep. One rep. And why doesn't she ever break a sweat?
We've talked about that in other videos where I've discussed Copilot. But I think what's even more exciting is my stamina. It used to be I would work out and then I would be exhausted.
Sometimes,
like
not
broken.
a lot.
I would just like fall over on the couch.
She says she used to work out and get exhausted. She is on some of the exercises. Some of them the leaning's okay, but yeah, I mean, a push-up is hard to do. And that's part of the reason, Sinisi, why I don't like her doing push-ups. I think push-ups are a bad choice of exercise when you're 200 plus pounds overweight. When I was, I couldn't do push-ups at 60 pounds overweight. So I don't think, I mean, yes, if I did them on a chair, I could do them, but I think that push-ups are a bad choice when you're really heavy. They put too much stress on the wrist, too much stress on the elbows. I think a bench press is a much better exercise for somebody who's overweight. Jillian Michaels, that's maybe a bit too hardcore, Diana, but she at least needs somebody to show her the correct form. So Jillian could do that. Absolutely. I think Jillian would run her ragged. I don't think she'd be able to keep up. To be fair, I couldn't keep up with Jillian either. It does. And I think she does exactly Fiona's mom. That weight she was lifting was not that heavy for her body weight. She already, no disrespect, but she can already lift 60 pounds over her head just by giving somebody a high five, right? And she never does more than one rep. Why does she never show a full set?
couch and be like, the day is done, I am broken. But now I feel like I have that
That's what I'm
energy
thinking,
to,
Sour
like,
Cat.
go forward, go on, and just like live a normal day.
Thank you for saying that, Sour Cat, because I didn't want to be the first one to say it, but that's my belief too. That she's filming clips of workouts, like she does 1 rep of each exercise, and then she edits it together to make a TikTok, and then she put up 20 or 30 of those and calls that her workout.
Hey, but I also already worked out. That did take time. I say this all the time online, and I will say it again.
It
in
is
this
sped up a
video.
little, to be fair.
Consistency is key, and that's what Copilot really helped me with.
Oh, and
is
again,
having someone
consistency is key because the app is what made it. And look how she throws away the stick. She doesn't need it anymore. Look at how she does it now without the stick.
I was accountable to, making it
Look
easy
at that.
because I knew what I needed and just showed up. I didn't have to think.
Okay, notice how in the first one, she doesn't go down very far, which is fine. You don't have to go down very far. But if you're not going to go down very far, you probably should pick a different exercise. Doing a lunge for just a few inches is not going to help you that much. You'd be much better off doing a leg press. For
Having
example.
someone I was accountable to, making it easy because I knew what I needed and just showed up.
I'm not saying she should go lower because I don't think she can, but I don't think this is the right exercise for her. Here, she does go lower. Look at the form she uses to get lower.
And have to think about, like, am I doing the right thing?
Look how she can't get back up. Look at that. I'm going to go in slow motion. She is not able to get back up. And again, I'm not trying to make fun, but she claims this is after 100 workouts, and now she can do lunges. In her words, she does them as her warm-up. She does lunges as her warm-up. I don't do lunges as my warm-up. Lunges are hard. If I do lunges, they're my main workout. I don't do them for a warm-up.
To making it easy because I knew what I needed and just showed up.
Okay, watch this. She claims that she does these for a warm-up. Does this look like somebody doing a warm-up, or does this look like somebody about to fall over?
To think about, like, am I doing the right things? Am I pushing too hard?
Does that look like somebody who's doing a warm-up with no trouble, or does that look like somebody who's ready to tip over?
Needed to communicate how these movements felt.
And again, here with the shoulders completely rounded over. This is the worst. This is literally hurt yourself form. This isn't like, oh, you're going to get better development if you do better form. This is injury prevention. This is the kind of form that there's no debate on. Yes, it's another one, Sour Cat. She's throwing momentum. She's going to hurt her knees. Yeah, that hurts. I can feel the pain just watching her. Oh, Jillian Michaels. Oh, welcome in, Wake Up. She has some sensible choices. I just think that Glitter and Lasers, I try. Thank you for focusing on something positive. I'll say it like that. Thank you for being positive, Maggie, because I've been very negative tonight. Let's focus in on something positive. Yeah, the shirt, it's a good color. Okay, let's do that. That is 44, Rudy. 2 plus 22 plus 22 is water aerobics. Excellent choice. Physical therapy. I want to see Glitter and Lasers moving for a long time. I don't want to see her getting hurt and becoming bedbound. But that's what I believe is her destiny if she continues to work out so unsafely. And again, working out form. Some people are sticklers over form to the extent that it's a little bit silly. They'll say things like, oh, if you don't have proper form, you're not going to get proper development. You're not going to gain as much muscle. That kind of thing. That is true. You may not. I slowed it down, Fiona's mom. I put it on slow motion. But I'm just going to say that there's form to get better muscle. Like, hey, if you do your bench presses, really lower them deep because that'll really give you thickness on your pecs. But then there's such a thing as form to avoid injury. And that's what she needs to focus on. You know what? We're running a little low on time, so I don't think I'm just going to show it very quickly. We don't need to show anymore. I've made my point with Glitter and Lasers. Let me pull up one last thing, and then I'm going to send you over to Hannibal. Let me pull up one more show really quickly. And an example of a workout that is a safe workout for somebody who's heavy. Let me pull this up because I actually did find one. And there's more than one. There's a lot of them available. But this is the one that I found. And this is not the only one. There's plenty of others. There's water aerobics. There is this guy here appears to be a certified personal trainer. I don't want to say that, though, without double checking. But I really like the workout that he shows. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. So first thing he shows here, this is an example of a good exercise. Let's watch this. This is an exercise that you can do even if you're very overweight.
Suitcase deadlift is a deadlift from a suitcase position, as if you're picking up a suitcase and carrying it. We're going to chop our hips back.
Oh, the purple.
Get
Okay.
down to the height of the kettlebell and work on our hip extension, standing all the way
Maggie,
up.
by the way.
The goal is to squeeze the glutes at the top. We are also trying to point our feet straight ahead. Oftentimes, people will have an adaptation of turnout, knee collapse in. We want to avoid that.
See, look how he
Point your
shows
feet
this.
straight ahead or turn them 5 degrees in. Drive the knees out at the bottom of the
He shows, do not tilt your knees out. Do not let your legs clap. Bend your knees and watch how he says, hold the weight on one side to help stabilize the core. I'm not saying that you have to do what he does, but I am saying this is somebody who seems to have some knowledge about working out. This is somebody who is not selling an app. This is somebody who's actually saying, hey, if you want to work out, follow this tip. So I'm going to post this link. I'm going to show a little more.
Activity, get down to the weight, stand up. Touch it down, stand up. Our goal with this exercise is to cause the muscles on the opposite side of our body to fire. We want better core function. Better core function means we'll be strong enough to do more intense activities later. Over the course.
Stronger core function to do more intense activities later. You don't start with the intense activities. You work your way up to them. You don't start with lunges. You don't start with heavy deadlifts. You don't start with all these with push-ups and all these exercises when you're extremely overweight. You start off with the exercises you can do safely.
Course of weeks, then you would lower the height.
That's what he said. Over the course of weeks, you would lower the height
of your box as you gain an ability to get a little bit lower each time.
He doesn't say you have to get low. He says get as low as you can. And if it hurts, don't go any lower. Get a little bit lower each time. As you get stronger, go lower. He's not saying to increase the weight. He's saying increase your range of motion.
As the weight gets lower and lower and lower, this cross-body stabilization is going to make our core fire better. We're always getting these muscles on the opposite side of our body to fire.
Yeah, I'm not going to be boring. I'm not going to make you watch the whole video. I posted the link. I think this is a really good video. I would anybody who's overweight and who wants to get started with exercise. Obviously, there's plenty of other good choices, but I really like this video personally. I felt he does 2 other exercises as well. I thought they were all quite good. I would recommend all of them. But again, talk to a physician first. Let me post my warning, my little disclaimer. Please talk to a physician. Make sure that you have the that you're cleared to conduct a workout program. And same thing with the diet. Make sure that you have everything that in order. Make sure that you're healthy enough. And if you're not, don't jump into something you're not ready for. Don't just do it because some influencer wants to make some money. I'm glad you like it, Sour Cat. And exactly, Detective Coaches. You need to get your core strong so that you could, you know why? Glitter and Lasers went to the full Romanian deadlift, bending over before she did these. That's why her shoulders are so rounded. Her spinal erector muscles are likely too weak. She can't support her shoulders up. I could lift probably 100 pounds more if I deadlift with bad form. If I row with good form, 95 pounds is going to feel heavy for me. If I row with bad form, I could probably row 150 pounds, but I'm going to end up hurting myself. So that's the point. Don't try to lift more weight. Don't try to jerk it up faster. That doesn't impress anybody. All it does is get you hurt. And at best, you just look like a fool. Okay, everybody. I want to say thank you for coming by, everyone. We're going to end just a little bit early since we have Hannibal on tonight. I'd like to send everybody over there. He does a really good show. And thank you, everybody who's come in. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Please click like if you haven't already. Hopefully, you've all enjoyed the show. Glitter and Lasers, again, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She is not somebody who should be selling an app. That bothers me. And I don't trust that company's app, partly because they endorse a woman or a person, I should say. It's not that she's a woman. It's that she's so incompetent with her exercise. Any guy who lifted that badly, I wouldn't trust him either. I like people who look like they're being safe, who look like they know what they're doing. Yeah, let me put the link to Hannibal's channel, or maybe one of my mods or somebody can throw it in there. Objective Coaches, maybe you could throw it up. So we could send everybody over there. Hey, well, you know what, Detective? It took me a while. Believe it. It took me a long time to get. I've been doing this over a year now, believe it or not. So it definitely takes time. Skinny Queen, it's a slow and steady process. You want to, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Let me put that link to Hannibal. Hold on a second here. Put on All right, good night, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Let me post that link, and I'll be out of here. I get you, Detective Coaches. All right, everybody. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much again for coming in. I appreciate it. And leave a comment. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. I think I've already said that. And have a wonderful night. Be healthy, everyone.